Let's talk about the kind of life change nobody wants to post about. Not the new city, new job, new identity highlight reel. I mean the kind of change that happens so quietly you almost miss it, until one day you realize you're calmer, more disciplined, less anxious, and weirdly, proud of yourself again. Here's the truth. Most lives don't fall apart in one big moment. They unravel in tiny ways: skipping sleep, eating randomly, living inside your phone, letting the mess pile up, avoiding the bank balance, saying yes to everything, and then wondering why you're exhausted and stuck. So rebuilding your life usually looks the opposite of dramatic. It looks boring. It looks like water before caffeine. A 5-minute reset instead of a motivational speech. A walk without headphones. A calendar check. 10 pages of reading. A bedtime you keep even when you don't feel like it. And I know, boring sounds insulting. But boring is dependable. Boring is what still happens when motivation disappears. Today, I'm giving you 15 boring habits that can quietly rebuild your life in 2026. Not because they're trendy, not because they're impressive, but because they remove chaos and replace it with structure, and structure is the thing that makes your future self possible. One note before we start: don't try to do all 15 at once. That's not discipline. That's self-sabotage wearing a productivity costume. Pick one, do it for 2 weeks, then add the next. Alright, let's build the boring life that actually works. Habit 1. Make your bed. This is the smallest, I keep promises to myself, habit. When you make your bed, you're not proving you love cleanliness. You're proving you can complete a task cleanly, quickly, and without negotiation. It's also a visual signal. You walk back into your room later and see order instead of, I gave up on today. If you struggle with consistency, this matters. The brain loves completion. One finished task makes the next one feel possible. Make it stupid simple. Pull the sheets tight. Fix the pillow. Done. No perfect corners. Just done. Habit 2. Drink water first. Your body wakes up slightly behind. You went hours without hydration. So if the first thing you do is coffee, energy drinks, or scrolling, you're basically starting the day in deficit. Water first is a boring habit with a real payoff. It helps you wake up without instantly borrowing energy from stimulants. Here's the trick. Make it automatic. Put a bottle next to your bed or in the kitchen. When you wake up, drink it before anything else. Then coffee. Even better? Pair it with another habit. After I drink water, I open the curtains. Your body starts learning the sequence. Habit 3. Check tomorrow's calendar. Most people don't run their day. Their day runs them. A 60-second calendar review fixes that. At night, glance at tomorrow and ask, what time do I need to be awake? What's the one thing that must get done? Where's the open space? This is about reducing decision fatigue. When morning you is half awake, you don't want to figure out life. You want to execute a plan you already chose. There's a practical time management idea I love. Don't just manage your calendar, manage your energy. Closing parenthesis. So if you're sharp in the morning, put the hardest task there. If you're better after lunch, schedule accordingly. This is boring, and it's how your day stops feeling like a surprise attack. Habit 4. Put your phone in another room. This one can change your mood faster than almost anything else. If your phone is in your bedroom, you're letting the internet be the first voice you hear and the last voice you hear. And that does something subtle. It teaches your brain that your attention doesn't belong to you. So here's the boring move. Buy a basic alarm clock. Charge your phone in the kitchen or living room. Bedroom becomes a place for sleep and recovery. At first, you'll feel twitchy. That's the point. That twitchiness is your nervous system asking for stimulation. You're not weak. You're trained. Take the training away. Habit 5. Write down 3 lines. Not a journal entry. Not a masterpiece. Just 3 lines. Examples. One thing I handled well today. One thing that stressed me out. One thing I want to do differently tomorrow. Writing slows your thinking down. It turns vague anxiety into specific words you can deal with. And it creates an emotional boundary between your day and your night. Instead of carrying everything to bed, you set it down on paper. Keep the notebook visible. If it's hidden in a drawer, It doesn't exist. Habit 6. Read 10 pages. 10 pages feels too small to matter, until you do the math. 10 pages a day becomes books you actually finish. It becomes new vocabulary, new ideas, better decisions, and over a year, that's a different life. The key is that 10 pages is low friction. It's hard to argue with. Here's how to keep it boring. Read the same time every day, after lunch, before bed. Keep the book where you'll trip over it. Don't wait to feel like reading. You're building identity. I'm the kind of person who reads. Habit 7. Walk, without input. I'm not talking about a power walk with a podcast and 12 phone calls. I mean a walk where your brain is allowed to be bored. That boredom is where your thoughts finally show up. It's where you process emotions you've been skipping. It's where you solve problems without trying. There's a reason so many people feel clearer after a simple walk. You stop feeding your brain constant noise. Try 15 to 20 minutes. No destination required, just movement and space. Habit 8. Eat the same simple breakfast. Decision fatigue is real. The more choices you make early, the less discipline you have later. A boring breakfast removes one decision from your day. It also stabilizes your energy. When breakfast is random, sometimes sugar, sometimes nothing, your mood becomes random too. Pick something you can repeat. Eggs plus toast plus fruit. Oatmeal plus yogurt. Smoothie plus protein. Keep it consistent Monday through Friday. You can be creative on the weekend. The goal is a weekday default. Habit 9. Do one thing at a time. Multitasking is usually just task switching rapidly, and it makes everything take longer while feeling more stressful. So practice single tasking in boring ways. When you eat, eat. When you work, work. When someone talks to you, give them your attention. Start with 10 minutes of focus. 1 tab. Phone away. Timer on. If your mind wanders, that's normal. You're rebuilding attention muscles that have been undertrained. Habit 10. Same bedtime. If your sleep is inconsistent, everything else becomes harder. Cravings. Mood swings. Focus problems. Low motivation. A consistent bedtime is boring. And it's also a cheat code. Pick a time you can keep most nights. Give yourself a 30-minute window. Then protect it like it's an appointment with your future. And remember, sleep isn't time off. It's the thing that makes your next day work. Habit 11. 10-minute tidy reset. A messy space creates low-level stress all day. You might not notice it consciously, but your brain does. So do a short reset at night. Dishes. Desk surface. Clothes off the floor. Trash out. 10 minutes. Timer on. Music optional. You're not trying to become a minimalist. You're trying to wake up to a room that doesn't feel like a problem. Habit 12. Say no once a week. A lot of burnout isn't from hard work. It's from commitments you didn't mean to make. So practice one small no each week. Decline an invite you don't want. Delay a request that isn't urgent. Stop volunteering for everything. This feels boring because nothing exciting happens. But that's the win. You create space. And space is where the best parts of life fit. Habit 13. Weekly money check. Money anxiety loves avoidance. When you don't look, your brain fills the blank with fear. So once a week, do a 5-minute check. Open your bank app. Scan recent transactions. Note what's coming up. No shame, no panic, just awareness. Awareness is power, and it stops money from feeling like a mysterious monster living in the background of your life. Habit 14. Prepare tomorrow tonight. This habit makes mornings feel like you have your life together, because you do. At night, lay out clothes. Pack your bag. Put keys, wallet in one spot. Set water bottle. Write your first task. Morning you is not a genius. Morning you is a sleepy version of you. So don't ask morning you to improvise. This one habit removes chaos before it starts. Habit 15. 5 minutes of silence. Not perfect meditation. Just silence. No phone, no music, no tasks. Sit on the couch, sit on the floor, breathe slowly, Let your brain complain. This is hard now because modern life overstimulates your mind constantly. Silence retrains you to be okay with your own thoughts. And over time, that's what reduces reactivity, the emotional snapbacks, the impulsive decisions, the "why did I do that again?" moments. You won't feel enlightened on day one. But after a few weeks, you might notice something more valuable: you're steadier. Real life story number 1. The scrolling mornings trap. Let me give you a real scenario that's painfully common. A student, let's call her Maya, starts every morning with her phone. Not intentionally, it's just there. She wakes up, checks notifications, watches short clips, replies to a few messages, and suddenly 45 minutes are gone. Now she's late, she skips breakfast, she rushes, she feels behind. That behind feeling becomes her personality for the day. She tries motivation, she tries a new planner. Nothing sticks. What finally works is boring. Phone charges in the kitchen. Water first. Bed made. 5-minute calendar check. That's it. No grand reinvention, just a morning that starts with her choices instead of the internet's choices. Within 2 weeks, she reports something simple but huge: I don't feel hunted in the morning anymore. That's what boring habits do. They remove invisible pressure. Real life story number 2. The messy apartment. Messy mind, connection. Another example. A young guy working his first job out of school. Let's call him Daniel. He's not lazy. He's exhausted. He gets home and collapses. His apartment slowly turns into a storage unit. Clothes, dishes, unopened mail. Then he can't relax, because the mess keeps yelling at him silently. He thinks he needs a weekend deep clean. But weekends never feel like the right time. So we do the boring fix. 10 minutes of tidy reset every night. Set a timer. Stop when it rains. In a month, the apartment is good enough most days. He wakes up less stressed. He stops losing things. His mornings get smoother. He starts cooking more. His life improves, not because he became a different person, but because his environment stopped draining him. The takeaway. Here's the lesson I want you to keep. Your life doesn't change when you feel ready. It changes when your defaults change. And defaults are built by boring habits, small actions you repeat even when nothing exciting happens. Also, don't confuse boredom with weakness. Boredom is often the doorway to real growth. As one line I like puts it, you can do better work when you're bored rather than busy. So pick one habit from this list. Just one. Do it for 14 days. Track it with a simple checkbox. Then add the next. Because in 2026, you don't need a new personality. You need a stronger system. If you want, comment the habit you're starting with, and I'll help you make it easier to stick. Boring is beautiful. See you next time.